And see, last time we left off on what if Naruto was a half Leon and Naruto had Ultra Instinct Omen. Naruto would have had to go ahead and deal with the questioning from his sensei slash teacher. Not to mention, Naruto would have went off to the forest to go train after dealing with Iruka Sensei. Not to mention, Naruto would have had a run-in with Lee, to which for both of them would have more or less turned into a near-deadly encounter due to the fact that Guy Sensei had come in and stopped the two, which we would of course join Naruto as he would have already been home. And once he would have been home, Naruto would have pretty much went to go do his daily home routine. Now this is of course when we would join Naruto heading off to bed, and he does drift off to sleep after some given time, to which night does turn to day, and Naruto is of course back at school, and this time he gets there early enough. So he's not late and he doesn't get clowned, and he more or less just lets the day go by with finally the end of the day actually showing up, and of course the school bell would have rang, to which the class would have ended. Now, not too long after the class would have ended, Naruto is still the last one to walk out of the class, as he would have dropped his paper off at his sensei's desk and he would have walked out. This is of course once Naruto would have began making his way from his class out of the academy building. This is when Naruto winds up getting stopped by Kiba. And Kiba would tell Naruto that he needs to have a conversation with him. To which, not too long after, three individuals who are around do hear this. And the three individuals are, one of them being a blonde-haired girl named Ino, the other being a girl with bushy eyebrows, Tenten, and the other, we all know, yes, the one, the only, lovely Hinata Hyuga. So, pretty much, the three girls do decide to go follow, but Ino had taken a quick second to look around for Sakura, but seeing as how she wasn't around, she would have just left. So, after about a good couple of minutes, Naruto and Kiba are in the forest, and Ino, Tenten, and Hinata are there, and they are watching. As Kiba points out to Naruto in response that there cannot be two King of the Jungles, and if we settle this here and now, it will be less problematic. To which Naruto doesn't say a word, as what is entering his mind is the words of Guy Sensei, as he remembers the whole thing with Lee happening the same way. It started off as a match, as a friendly sparring match, but then it turned deadly. And not too long after, this is of course when Kiba would have taken the chance that Naruto would have been distracted to go ahead and actually charge at him, and he does try to go ahead and throw a left kick and then follow up with a right punch, to which Naruto does catch on when he sees the attacks coming, and he is able to block them. Now this is when the two start to throw punches and kicks and elbows back and forth, with one blocking and the other attacking and the other switching to block and the other attack. So this would have gone on for about a few seconds, as both of the boys would end up punching each other, with one right connecting and one left connecting. Now, not too long after the right and left would have connected with their faces, this is of course when the two would have gotten pissed off, and this is of course when Kiba would have went ahead and said Fang over Fang Barrage, and Naruto would have said Leon Buster Barrage, to which the two barrages would have went at each other, and due to the way how they operate, this is of course when you pretty much would have Naruto and Kiba clash. Now when they clash, they would have wound up canceling each other's attacks, because when they attack, the Leon Buster Barrage and the Fang over Fang Barrage is very similar. The only difference is that with the Leon Buster Barrage, it just expands shadows of Naruto, while the Fang over Fang just simply coats Kiba in a little bit of wind, so he's spinning in the counterclockwise direction, while Naruto is going in the opposite counterclockwise direction. Basically, it's like having two Beyblades, with one of the Beyblades spinning in the right counterclockwise direction and the other spinning in the left. So that's the whole thing with Kiba and Naruto attacks. So after the two cancel out each other's attacks, they would go back at it, with each time canceling, punching, kicking, evading, swiping, up until both of them are pretty beaten up, and for the most part it seems even. So this is of course when finally Kiba would have went ahead and ran out of stamina, and this is of course when Naruto would have went ahead and began to smile, as Naruto would have responded back to Kiba by saying that basically your attack is useless because the amount of stamina it takes to actually use it, I use less when I'm using mine. To which is when Kiba would have went ahead and opened up his eyes in shock due to this information, to which not too long after is when Hinata would have went ahead and clenched her fist and held it towards her chest, as Tenten would have went ahead and been next to her. So this is of course when Tenten would have turned to go ahead and see how Hinata is doing, to which Tenten does ask Hinata, why is she acting the way she is? To which Hinata goes into explaining to Tenten what happened and how she met Naruto when he was 5. To which, after Tenten gets a full-on explanation, basically Hinata tells Tenten that if they don't do something, the two could kill each other due to the combination of their attacks. To which is of course when Ino would have went ahead and told Tenten to stay with Hinata as she would have went off to go get help. So not too long after, this is when Naruto would have gotten a little pissed off and agitated, to which he would have got in his Leon Buster Barrage position and he would have set up, to which not too long after Naruto would have decided to go ahead and take off and launch his attack. This is of course when the thought and words of Guy Sensei would have hit Naruto in his head really hard, as he begins to realize that he isn't doing any better, and that Guy Sensei was right. What turns into a sparring match between ninjas should remain a sparring match, not a death match. To which not too long after is of course when Naruto, knowing how his attack works, he would have changed by actually changing the course. So this is of course when Ino would have came back, and this is when Tenten and of course Hinata would have turned, and they would have seen Kurenai Sensei, as everyone only has time to go ahead and hear a loud boom. And when they hear this loud boom, they turn and they see that something has crashed into the trees, to which it would have been Naruto, to which Naruto would have went ahead and decided not to go ahead and enact into taking out Kiba, to which not too long after the loud boom would have been heard. This is of course when something can be seen coming out, as Kurenai Sensei would have went over to go check on Kiba, as seeing that Kiba can at least move, to which not too long after Naruto would have came out, and this is when Naruto would have came face to face with Hinata, Tenten, and Ino, as not too long after Kurenai Sensei would have went ahead and walked up to Naruto, and she would have began to go ahead and lecture him on about how he fights and why he believes that killing people is equivalent to a sparring match, to which by this given point Naruto would have actually tuned out Kurenai Sensei, as he would have been paying attention to Hinata, to which Kurenai Sensei would have stopped herself mid-conversation and realized Naruto isn't paying attention to her, to which this is of course when Kurenai Sensei would have got in front of Hinata, to which would have got Naruto's attention, to which Kurenai Sensei would have just taken Kiba, and then Kurenai Sensei would have walked up towards Hinata, and Kurenai Sensei would have told Hinata that she should do her best to go ahead and stay away from ninja like him, to which not too long after, this is of course when Kurenai Sensei would have taken Hinata, Tenten, and Ino away, leaving Naruto there in the forest, to which not too long after all this would have happened, Naruto would have went ahead and made his way towards home, to which he would have went ahead and gone to go do his daily home routine, to which once we would have seen him finish, he is now in bed and he would have drifted off to sleep, to which not too long after is of course as Naruto is sleeping, he would have then woken up in a strange and odd familiar place, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here and say scene, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.